This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Please take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
180. I'm here all day. I'm up.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, alert. Check 25.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Whip. Hey, we're 33. Switch. Check safety. Dude. Check 90. Quickstone, travel.
Now Mayfield. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 15-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, Abby. Everyone sit back. Real. What you got, Abby? Give me some. Hey, Steve 6.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
59. Hey, here I come. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The kick by Marr is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, 4 down.
Now it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. He finds Yeldon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They still playing solid. Pistol. Up. Hurry.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Mayfield to throw it, looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Mike, set. 18, 29. Watch QB drop.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 39, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be taken about the 12. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This is it. 18. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Throwing on second down. Watson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
Been a long day for you.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Past the 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds, just short of midfield.
Reset! Committee! Here I come!
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he completes it to Hunt. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The 43-yard line.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Howard complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It's just me and you.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
We want it. Come to my work. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Throwing, Mayfield, and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Maher is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
We want this. Like 7. Come on. 7. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. Oh, nice move. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First 19 at the 40-yard line.
Right. He's done right here. 7 to run. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Stop your whining. Seven's a Mike.
Now a first down throw. Watson flushed out right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Watson now throwing again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
At the 37-yard line.
45 for Mike. General West.
Now T.J. Yeldon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Pistol. Mark, 45. Check pass.
First down, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm going to come back to you. Check. Watch 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Blue there.
They'll toss it to Yeldon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Yeldon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. T.J. Yeldon, touchdown, Cowboys. T.J. Yeldon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Time set. 18. Push him back.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 7. Oh, you got deep?
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Austin.
Alert!
They'll run with Yeldon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Alert!
Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down. Mayfield now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Mayfield, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, let's go.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Mike 7. Let's go, D. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. Hey. Anthony 4. It's our time.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On on third down. Watson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson forced out to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Alert! Put his voice down, he's coming.
Watson on first down. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Like 7.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
As you know, I love the players of the past, but the players of the present and their mobility to move around and play quarterback, we just saw the end result of a guy that can shake it and find the guy open downfield.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Too little, cut. Mike 54. Let's go, defense.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Run. Hurry. 45. Point it right. 49. Check 49.
This is Yeldon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
180! 45. Coming to you. Check 4. Check 50, check 50. Alert!
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back now in Tampa. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They go play action. Mayfield. That's caught by Howard. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football. And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue. Exercise those fingers. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll give it here to his running back. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball. Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.J. Yeldon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now. Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, we have you on the edge. That's it. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. 55.
On first down, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. King. Real. Watch out.
On the run, it's Yeldon. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check 24. Watch out.
Now it's Yeldon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Tight right. Hey, we got 3 down.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Got double tight. Everyone got 4 down. I got regular. Check 13.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Marr able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Watson now to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Yeldon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Yeldon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Dallas, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.